Welcome back to another episode of Tractor Roy. As always, my name is Trent. Today we're going to try and get some of these tractors fired up and see which ones we want to take to the parade. I think I could pretty much take however many I wanted and we'll be able to find drivers. Turns out we have a lot of, my family and friends are going to be driving stuff, so we don't really have to find drivers like it usually seems like we need to for whatever reason. But let's check out some of the ones we're probably going to take and some of the ones that we got to see if they're going to run first. So our Farmall A, I got to get this thing fired up. I was working on this bale wagon. This tractor it's not going to work with this. I don't have a drawbar on it, or I don't have a swinging drawbar. So these just stick into your back. I mean, your head sits right here. It'd be absolutely terrible on this thing. And it's a little bit light. And this might even be, that might actually fit. But this was just for moving it around. This was the first tractor in the barn. So I gotta move this, and then we're gonna line all these things up here in the yard and pressure wash them. So I think we might take that, probably. This D15, I gotta throw that grill on there, but I think we're gonna take this because this thing pretty much just got finished up and it's ready to, ready to roll. This Massey Ferguson 65, I don't think we're gonna take. It's just our implement one. Let's see, that one doesn't run. That one's got a broken crank pulley, or a timing gear pulley, broken timing gear in the front cover. Obviously that one doesn't run. This Oliver, we might take it. This one's pretty new, but it's pretty sweet looking, so we'll probably take that. Let's see, that one doesn't run. The little Minneapolis BF, we're not going to take that, but it does run. Oh, this 300, it depends on how well these other ones start. This 300 needs the valve cover gasket put on, and then I can stick the hood back on. And we might take that because it looks pretty good when all the sheet metal's stuck on there. This Allis-Chalmers D17 runs well. We'll probably take it just so we can have the D15 and D17. That'd be kind of cool. Farmall M, I mean, we got to take this. We put so much work into this thing. This Farmall C runs great. I think my wife was wanting that, or her sister, one of the two of them. This Farmall B we always take because it's got the buddy seat on there. The 240, that one's my wife's. We'll see how grumpy it is. We might take it. And then this John Deere B that's buried in the back. We're going to take this. I got this thing. I think this was probably the second tractor I got. First or second tractor. Well, no, I lied. I think that was probably the third tractor I got. But I've had that thing for 6 years now, and every time in the parade I'll be driving like this one or this one or this one, and I'll pass the guy that gave that to me, and I'm just, every year I yell to him, oh, don't worry, I'll get it next year. I've almost got it. Well, I fixed the float on that, so hopefully this year's the year. You can't even see it back there, it's so buried. We got to get that thing out. We're not taking that one either. Oh, and in the shop, we haven't been in here working in a while. So this Farmall Cub, it's, I think, ready to go. I was driving it the other day and it died on me, but I think we had some grass and stuff in the fuel tank, and I think it plugged up that float bowl. So we got that cleaned out. We got the tank cleaned out. There's no rust. So I think this one's going to be okay, but I'd like to pull it out and run it for a while, double check that it's going to make it through the parade. And then this BN, oh, I thought we had it. But I was a dummy, and I think I tore the sleeve O-rings. So we got to pull that back apart. This W30, I don't know, it should be ready, but we need to stick the tire on so we can pull it outside. I was trying to crank it by hand. And just for this first start, it'd be so much easier to either pull it or belt start it. So we're not taking either of these two, but we'll at least take that Cub. Oh man, I'm out of breath. So we got the Cub, the A maybe, this D15. We got that Oliver Super 77 or Oliver 77. I don't remember which. We got the 300, so there's 5. Then we have the Farmall B, the John Deere B, the 240, the C, the M. That's 10, and the D17. So we could take up to 11. So we'll see how motivated I am, because I can only get like 3 on the trailer, depending on if they're narrow fronts or wide fronts. Wide fronts is 2, narrow fronts I can get 3. So I gotta load them up, haul them into town, come back, load up more. Today's Thursday, and the parade's not till Saturday morning, and there is a place that we can keep them at the parts store there in town. So I guess we're just gonna see how many of these things run and how many feel like they're gonna make it. That 240 might not, so I don't know, we'll see. Oh, and we pretty much take all the batteries out. Let's see, this 300 that you guys are on has a battery still. The D17 has a battery, and this yellow John Deere 300 has a battery. Everything else we take off, put on trickle chargers. So not only do I have to see if these run, I have to come up with like 5 more batteries, 6 more batteries. So that's probably going to be the worst part here. Let's juice it. See how the C does? Clear prop. Oh, this battery might be bad. Ugh. That's the bad part about having so many of these tractors. Keeping batteries alive for them. Okay, we got a good battery swapped out here. I started this thing up a couple days ago, so it should be fine. So what I'll probably end up doing is driving these things over to the yard where we're going to wash them off. Just keep swapping that same battery back and forth. At least it's a good battery. Make sure all these things run. Actually, it's just these two. They're going to run. It'll be fine. For the 240, I know it's out of gas right now, so I got to throw gas in. We were having issues with it, like when you are trying to start it, it kills power to the coil for whatever reason, so I might have to run a new wire up there, just straight from the key to the coil. Make sure I don't know if it's bypassing something somewhere or what. Oh, looks like I gotta air up some tires first. But I at least want to get this out to get, well, the 2 Bs. This one might make it. So maybe we'll do the M right now real quick. So I was using this quite a bit last year, My guess is there's plenty of gas in it. And I'm going through and checking fluids on all of these before we start them too. Although I might not show it. Enough to get us going. Cool.
Do I have to choke it?
Probably not. getting this cleared out. We're getting there. So I gotta air up this one because this tire's flat. The fronts on this B are probably flat. I got new tubes. I don't know if I want to change them today or not. So I gotta get this pulled out. Depending on how it runs right now will determine if I take it to the parade or not. It's goofy and it just gets worse and worse. I really need to go through it. But I have to get it out of the way to get this John Deere B. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing aired up. Maybe try it, or we're gonna get this thing aired up and then probably bring you back after that. Okay, he's working on the Oliver out there. I got this tire aired up. The other ones look good. Check the fluids. Gotta put the battery in. Don't start it. Oh my gosh. And I threw a little fresh gas in too, just to sweeten the deal. At least with the Farmalls, most of them are all the same. But God, when you start switching brands, it's such a pain to remember what's what. That Cub's different than these. The A's, B's, C's, the 240, they all have the same shift pattern. That B does. The Oliver's goofy. The 300 and the M have the same shift pattern. This John Deere is all on its own. The two Allis-Chalmers have the same pattern. So just everything is, who knows? It's a mystery. You just go until it goes into gear and figure out if it moves forward or backward. Okay, ignition. Signs of life? I don't know. Okay, pull the choke. Half throttle. Let's see. Clear prop. Oh, there we go. Come on, right there. D17 time. Clear, bro. So I think we got everything pulled out. We're not taking that one. This one needs the alternator bracket welded up, which easy fix, will be fast. This poor little guy though, it was only running on 2 cylinders. We popped off a push rod on 1 cylinder and then we broke it on another. And it was a bent valve, so that's kind of a bummer. I mean, I kind of was expecting it was going to be something with the head, but so we can't take this now. We're going to just throw it back in the lean-to there and work on it, I don't know, maybe this winter hopefully, because I'll have to pull the head off. I'll probably re-ring it while I'm in there, and then like I've mentioned earlier, just about every seal in this thing needs redone, and it's my wife, so I'd like to get it all sealed up nice, maybe even paint it. So this will be a whole project in itself, so it's kind of gets stuck back on the back burner today. And we got everything lined up and washed off. We're gonna see how many of these I haul in before I just am over it, and we're just gonna tell people there's no more to drive. So Allis-Chalmers D15, John Deere B, Farmall B, Farmall 300, Allis-Chalmers D17 diesel, Oliver Super 77, Farmall M, Farmall Cub, and Farmall A, and then that C that's over there. This is a pretty cool picture though. Nice little lineup. Well, that is where we are going to end this episode. We got everything pulled out, got it all ready, lined up for the parade. We took them in, we had a blast, we hauled them out. We had one, the D15, I think we stirred up a bunch of, because that thing had sat for 15 years at least when we got it. So I think it just stirred up a bunch of old junk in the gas tank from sloshing around, and that thing, it didn't die, but it just had zero power anymore. So he was just limping it along. We ended up pulling it off to the side and just rescuing it later. But he made it to the end of the parade. So now, as you can see, the scenery is different. We're cutting hay. We got that field raked. This field's just been cut. This field's baled, and that's what I'm picking up now. So we're kind of moving into a little bit different time of the year. That parade is usually the beginning of my hay season, and then it goes until, I don't know, early September or something like that. So anyways, I'll try and keep as many of these videos popping out as I can. We'll just see how it goes. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Throw a comment, hit that thumbs up button, you know the deal. If you like this kind of content, let me know. And otherwise, thanks for watching Tractor Roy. Hope I'll catch you on the next one.